Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth, stands majestically at 8,848 meters, or 29,029 feet above sea level. Known as Sagarmatha in Nepal and Chomolungma in Tibet, this towering giant has captivated the human imagination for centuries. Its sheer size, harsh conditions, and the allure of conquering its summit have made it a symbol of human ambition and endurance. Yet, despite numerous expeditions and advancements in technology, Mount Everest continues to hold many mysteries. This blog delves into the enigmatic aspects of Mount Everest, from its geological formation to the enduring mysteries that continue to fascinate scientists and adventurers alike. The geological marvel of Mount Everest. Mount Everest's formation is a result of a colossal tectonic collision between the Indian Plate and the Eurasian Plate. This monumental event, which began around 50 million years ago, forced the land upwards, creating the Himalayas. Even today, the mountain grows approximately 4 millimeters each year due to ongoing tectonic activity. The mountain's geology is as diverse as it is fascinating. Everest's base is primarily composed of sedimentary rocks that were originally part of the Tethys Sea floor, while its summit consists of marine limestone dating back over 450 million years. These geological layers tell a story of Earth's ancient past, offering a glimpse into a world long gone. The presence of fossilized marine life at such high altitudes is a testament to the dramatic geological forces that have shaped our planet. The challenge of the summit. Climbing Mount Everest is an extraordinary feat that requires not only physical strength but also mental resilience and meticulous planning. The journey to the summit is fraught with dangers, including avalanches, crevasses, and the notorious Khumbu icefall. This treacherous section of the climb, located between Base Camp and Camp 1, is a labyrinth of shifting ice towers and deep crevasses, making it one of the most dangerous parts of the ascent. However, perhaps the greatest challenge climbers face is the extreme altitude. At such high elevations, the oxygen levels are only about a third of what they are at sea level. This can lead to a condition known as altitude sickness, which ranges from mild symptoms like headaches and nausea, to life-threatening complications such as high-altitude cerebral edema, or HACE, and high-altitude pulmonary edema, or HAPE. To combat these dangers, climbers often use supplemental oxygen and acclimatize by spending time at various elevations before making their final ascent. The enigmatic death zone. The term death zone refers to altitudes above 8,000 meters, or 26,247 feet, where the human body can no longer acclimatize. In this perilous zone, the lack of oxygen leads to the gradual deterioration of bodily functions. Prolonged exposure can cause hallucinations, loss of consciousness, and death. Despite these risks, climbers press on, driven by the dream of standing atop the world's highest peak. The death zone is also home to one of Everest's most poignant mysteries, the fate of George Mallory and Andrew Irvine. In 1924, the two British climbers disappeared near the summit, sparking decades of speculation about whether they might have been the first to reach the top. Mallory's body was discovered in 1999, but Irvine remains missing, and the question of whether they summited before perishing remains unanswered. The Sherpas, unsung heroes of Everest. No discussion of Mount Everest would be complete without recognizing the invaluable contributions of the Sherpas. These indigenous people of the Himalayan region have unparalleled knowledge of the mountains and possess remarkable physical adaptations to high altitudes. Their expertise and endurance are crucial to the success and safety of expeditions. Sherpas serve as guides, porters, and fixers of ropes and ladders, often risking their lives to ensure the climber's success. Despite their essential role, Sherpas have historically received little recognition or compensation compared to their foreign counterparts. In recent years, however, there has been a growing awareness of their contributions, and efforts are being made to improve their working conditions and safety. The story of Tenzing Norgay, who reached the summit with Sir Edmund Hillary in 1953, brought international attention to the Sherpa community. Yet, many Sherpas continue to face hazardous working conditions and insufficient financial rewards. Advocacy for better pay and improved safety measures is essential to honor their vital contributions to Himalayan mountaineering. The impact of climate change. Mount Everest is not immune to the effects of climate change. Rising temperatures have led to the melting of glaciers and ice, increasing the frequency of avalanches and making climbing routes more dangerous. The Khumbu icefall in particular has become increasingly unstable, posing significant risks to climbers. Moreover, the melting ice has revealed a grim reality. The mountain is littered with the bodies of climbers who perished on its slopes. The harsh conditions often make it impossible to recover these bodies, which become preserved in the ice. As the ice melts, these remains resurface, serving as a stark reminder of the mountain's deadly nature. In addition to human remains, the melting ice has exposed an alarming amount of waste left by previous expeditions. This environmental issue has sparked various cleanup initiatives aimed at preserving Everest's pristine beauty. These efforts, while commendable, highlight the need for sustainable climbing practices to protect the mountain for future generations. Environmental and ethical concerns. The growing popularity of Everest expeditions has led to significant environmental and ethical concerns. The influx of climbers has resulted in overcrowding, especially during the short climbing season, leading to traffic jams on the narrow paths near the summit. These bottlenecks not only increase the risk of accidents, but also contribute to the deterioration of the fragile environment. Furthermore, the issue of waste management has become a pressing problem. The high number of climbers has left the mountain strewn with discarded equipment, oxygen bottles, and human waste. Efforts are being made to clean up the mountain, with initiatives encouraging climbers to bring down their trash and employing Sherpas to collect waste. Ethical questions also arise concerning the commercialization of Everest. The high cost of permits and guided tours has led to a situation where many climbers are not adequately prepared for the ascent, relying heavily on guides and Sherpas. This not only endangers lives but also raises questions about the true spirit of mountaineering and the exploitation of local communities. The mystery of the Yeti. Among the many legends associated with Mount Everest, the myth of the Yeti, or the abominable snowman, stands out. This creature, described as a large, ape-like being, has been part of Himalayan folklore for centuries. Sightings and footprints have been reported by climbers and Sherpas alike, adding to the mountain's mystique. While no conclusive evidence of the Yeti's existence has been found, the legend continues to capture the imagination. Some scientists speculate that the Yeti could be a misidentified animal such as the Himalayan brown bear or the Tibetan blue bear. Regardless of its origins, the Yeti remains a symbol of the unexplored and mysterious aspects of Mount Everest. The future of Everest exploration. As technology advances, the future of Everest exploration is likely to change. Innovations in gear and safety measures may make the climb less hazardous, while improvements in weather forecasting could help climbers better plan their ascents. Additionally, virtual reality and other immersive technologies offer the possibility of experiencing Everest's majesty without setting foot on its slopes. However, the ethical considerations surrounding Everest expeditions will continue to be a topic of debate. Balancing the desire for adventure with the need to protect the mountain's environment and respect the local communities will be crucial for the sustainable future of Everest exploration. Efforts to develop sustainable tourism practices are gaining momentum. These include stricter regulations on the number of climbers, mandatory waste removal, and increased support for the Sherpa community. By addressing these issues, future generations can continue to explore and appreciate Mount Everest while preserving its natural beauty and cultural significance. Conclusion. Mount Everest, with its towering height and formidable challenges, remains one of the greatest mysteries of our planet. From its geological origins to the stories of triumph and tragedy etched into its slopes, Everest captivates and humbles all who encounter it. As we continue to explore and understand this majestic peak, it is essential to do so with respect for both the environment and the people who call the Himalayas home. Only then can we truly unravel the mysteries of Mount Everest and honor the legacy of those who have dared to dream of standing on top of the world.